Hey folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. It's time to do the Weaver quest, because we got Realm Reborn ones done, so let's get started on Weaver. The social network. Greetings, Arya. I trust you haven't let your needlework lapse since last we spoke. I'm busy as ever. Of course, the orders come and go and come. Sometimes I miss when I could wander abroad to study fashion, but that time is long past. The burden of being a guildmaster, I suppose. You, my friend, are free as a bird, aren't you? I wonder if I mightn't travel vicariously through you, Arya. I'd love nothing more than to learn what the seamstresses dreamed up during the Holy Sea's isolation. Yes, you could work there as a proper weaver, learning the tastes of lords and ladies alike. If you serve a noble house, all the better. I suppose that does raise the question of which noble house. Of course, I have no connections in the Holy See, I'm afraid, and my knowledge of Ishgard is limited, well, save for House Hale and Nart. Their sigil is a red rose upon a field of black. A rose is a rose is a rose, as they say, and if one of their guardsmen has any wit, then you may well land a commission. Failing that, we'll leave you to your own devices. Good luck. Have we worked for a weaver? No, lass, I'm afraid we've not got the gale for such now. But the way I hear it, House Durandare is rolling coin. Make your pitch to one of their guards. Mayhaps they'll throw some custom your way. You are up there. Okay. Working, I promise you anything, miss. It's above my stage now, but one moment. Do you remember hearing that Madame Glenda was looking for one with your skills? She's a widow but noble, and the most devout soul in Ishgard. Imagine you'll find her in St. Raymond's Cathedral. Well, that's back up there. It also means you're pretty to meet Alpha. Hi, buddy. Okay. Anyway. Well, yes, I'm Glenda, and you're a weaver. Praise Halone, you're the answer to my prayers. Consider yourself hired. It's my daughter, Averil. I'm schooling her in weaving, but no matter what I say, she doesn't learn. I spent moons working with the child to no avail. I had nowhere to turn but to the Fury, and I begged her for a proper tutor, and now here you are here. Please go with my daughter. I've told her time and again to stay at home, but she's the most willful child, so you'll likely find her idling about near the Ark of the Venerable. But that's not where Alpha is. Alpha is here. Yes, I'm Averil. Did Mother hire you? A pleasure to meet you, then. I was just taking a breath of air. It's so delightfully fresh here, unlike my stuffy old house. Honestly, I can't stand being stuck indoors. It's always been just me and Mother. She lost Father to the war and took comfort in religion, but now she's only ever at the cathedral praying or at home telling me how to talk, how to dress, how to act. I wanted to be a chirurgeon to the knighthood. I'd even gotten quite good at conjuring, but would Mother allow it? No, it wasn't maidenly enough. Instead, she told me with this insufferable weaving, or no offense. Yes, I know she's worried about losing me, but I ask you, what harm is there in me leaving the house? She's trying to keep me trapped in her little bloody cage for all my life. There you are, Averil. Ah, and I see you met your new weaving instructor. Order anything you wish, my girl. Her work can be something you inspire to, but remember, practice makes perfect, so practice! I've told you 1,000 times that a maid of your birth shouldn't hang about places like this. You belong at home alongside your loom and rosary. Is that clear? Yes, Mother. What am I to do? I can't say no to her. She's sacrificed so much, raising me by herself, but I can't live like this forever. So I'm forced to lie. My needlework isn't so bad in reality, but she knew that. I have no intention of studying under you, kind as you seem to be. I simply have no need to. As Mother already has you on retainer, I suppose I could do with some new clothes, and my skills aren't equal to yours. So when I find an article I can't make myself, I'll be in touch with my order. Until then. Next request will be available from Averil upon reaching level 53. Requirements for undertaking subsequent quests can be reviewed in your journal. Tomboy foolery. Ah, Excellent. I knew you were expecting me to have an order for you, but something else has come up. I wonder if you might keep my mother occupied for a spell? I have plans to have tea with my conjurer friends, and Mother won't let me go. She hasn't said anything, of course, but she's hidden my favorite dress. I know what that means. But I am going, in that dress too. He'll be there, my first sweetheart. I would just die if he sees me in anything else. I know how this must seem to you, but my point is that I shall need time to switch my house, and I have no one else to turn to. Please keep my mother busy. She'll be where she always is, in the cathedral. Just ask her about religion or something. I'll keep her there for bells. Now instead of running around Ul'dah, we're running around Ishgard. Unfortunately, Ishgard is a bigger place. Fortunately, means seeing Alpha. I can't turn my camera right now. Arya, you haven't come to pray, have you? Yes, I'm one with Halone. A likely story. You wandered in here out of boredom, didn't you? Has my daughter made even a single request of you? Of course not. If only she'd take to weaving. Forget this Chirurgeon nonsense. You may think me unfair, but my daughter is everything to me, and I cannot. When I lost my husband, I would have lost my mind if it had not been for Avril. I won't let the war take her from me too. There's absolutely no need for her to see battle. Her so-called friends seem to speak of nothing but fighting. They're little more than maids, but do they act maidenly? Not really. The young ladies these days are. Dear me, I've tucked your ear off. Well, at best be getting home now. Thank you, though. If only more of our young were so as good listeners as you. Hi, Alpha. Arya, I found my dress. It's hardly a splendid evening gown, but Mother will never abot me about her. I couldn't find the dress gloves, though. Mother must have thrown them away. In fairness, I'd used them so much that the fingers have worn through. Can you make me a new pair? I'd like something tasteful that matches my dress. Holy rainbow gloves would do. I should think as pretty as you can make. We finished my holy rainbow gloves. Sorry, I don't mean to rush you. It's just that I'm bursting to see my friends. Choop. These are absolutely gorgeous, Arya. The cloth has such luster and the stitching is so fine. Why, I feel as though I could dance. They're so wonderful. I never could have made something so splendid. It must be so sublime to bring happiness to people with your handiwork. Oh, and tea! Tea will be all the more wonderful now. Can't wait to see what my childhood sweetheart thinks of these. It's been Beasley trying to meet him, you know, because his mother never approved of him being from the broom. But he's the most gentle soul. I'll be a bit clumsy. Don't know what he'd do without me. Well, now that I've seen your work with my own twin eyes, there are about 100 things I'd like you to make. We'll be in touch. After tea, of course. Oh. She literally is like, here's a pair of holy rainbow gloves. You know, the thing I literally just asked you to make me. I'll just take the... So apologies for any background noise. Can't control it. For lover and country. It was absolutely perfect, Arya T. I mean, my sweetheart was there. He hadn't changed a bit, the clumsy dear. It's just, he's not doing so well. He didn't have the head for country, so he's given it up. Now he means to serve House Durandare as a soldier. But he's just not cut out for it. Realize he has no choice, but his first battle is fast approaching, and I'm worried he won't come back. So I'm going with him. The poor thing needs someone to watch over him. But I can't just go to war, though. I'll need to be accepted as a Chirurgeon first. And that means getting my conjuring up to snuff. I'll need proper attire, too, if you catch my drift. Firstly, I want a hat. It can't just be a Chirurgeon's hat, though. Mother will catch wind of my plans in an instant. No, I'll only get away if it looks like something a prim young lady would wear. Fortunately, I have no idea what's in fashion, let alone what the prim young ladies are wearing. That's where I'd like you to begin. I'm sure the more dapper townsfolk would be happy to tell you about their hats. That's... there, though. Whatever, this way. Oh, there's a person with a hat. What hats are in vogue this season? Cavalier's hats. Anyone knows that. One more person? There you are. Hello. Oh, Cavalier's hats are all the rage. Knights wore them first, of course, so they lend the wearer an air of chivalry. Cavalier's hats? Huh, who would have thought? Well, in any case, that takes care of the form, but what of the function? I suppose we want something that lends itself to healing, but I'm not sure what that would entail. Now, your guildmaster knows something of this. He must have an opinion on the matter. Could you ask him for me? That's all the... Whatever. Well, that is a tale I hadn't expected to hear, and this girl wants a hat she can wear as easily about town as into battle. That is tricky. I wouldn't expect civilians to commonly wear cavalier's hats like you're describing. I wonder if Ishgard's taste in fashion stems from her people's warring spirit. But that's neither here nor there. As to your question, the best fabric for healers is woven of fibers that absorb ether. Suggest using holy rainbow cloth, for not only is it conductively superb, but it should also make for a gorgeous hat. I'm giddy to see what you and your guildmaster have come up with. Did I know how to chat thing? Whatever. Oh, thank you. It's quite fetching on me if I do say so myself. And best of all, no one would mistake me for a healer. Freskin? What in heaven's name? Thank you, Everall. The pain's all gone. You've got a great hand with heal and magic, same as ever. What happened to you? Did you hurt yourself training? No, not quite. I was tired out from all that run in the bow and the lots of it on the way down from the Hopelon and fell down the stairs. Aria, this is Freskin, my friend, who I told you about earlier. Really, you look that cap you've got on is, it's really something. Isn't it just? It's secretly a conjurer's hat. This weaver made it for me for my practice, as my mother would never. Oh god, it's my mother. Freskin, you need to go, now! There'll be a bloodbath if she finds you here. Huh, I told you he was clumsy. What in the world would he do without me? Well, when I've need of another favor, I'll let you know. For now, it's practice, practice, practice. House Durandar takes only the best as chirurgeons. Sure. Just found a pimple. Ow. Spinning the truth. Aria, I've got wonderful tidings. House Durandar accepted me as a chirurgeon. I can go with the Freskin now. Of course, I've yet to tell Mother, but she's been acting strangely. Why, she asked me to spin a wool donation, and she told me she needed it last spell. So I worked as fast as I could and just finished it. I hate to ask, but would you be a dear and take it to her? I ought to deliver it myself, but Freskin has been training with his master at arms, and I'm worried about him. I'd like to inspect him when he gets back to make sure he's alright. Alpha's gone. You? What are you doing here? Oh, I had hoped Avro would come herself. I wasn't expecting her until later. She shouldn't have finished this quickly. Maybe she's improving. Very well. Tell her to make a set of monastic robes. If she can't do it, she will not be leaving the house on these ridiculous outtakes. I will forbid it. She has everything she needs for weaving in her chambers. Don't you dare make the robes for her. If you sew so much as one stitch, I will be able to tell. Freskin is safe, though he managed to bang himself up on a bit on the road home somehow. Not with the Mother. She wasn't too angry, was she? It's not a jest. I can't just make monastic robes with a flick of my wrist. It's as if she's sensed I'm lying. Why else would she burden me with an impossible task and take my freedom if I fail? God, if only you could do it for me, but Mother will know this, and then I'll be locked at home forever and ever. Roll up my sleeves and do it myself. Where do I begin? What do you need from Mastic? Oh, that's right, Crawley silk. It's been impossible to find any of quality in Ishgard. But it's not cheating if you spin me the silk and I make the robe, is it? Huh, that's it. I can do this if you make me 3 spindles. Please? Honestly, what's she thinking? I'll show Mother I can do it. I just need crawler silk. Beautiful. This is exactly what I'd expect from you, Arya. Gods willing. It shouldn't be too hard to make the Nazca robes using these materials. I'll get to weaving them now. Wait here. I'd like you to look over my effort. Oh, it turned out much better than I expected. Oh, thanks to the crawler silk you spun me, I dare say. Avril, what are you doing loafing about here? I gave you a task. Hello to you too, Mother. Oh, and the robes are finished. But how? Did Arya make them for you? Are you passing her work off as your own? Don't lie to me, girl. My Mother, you wrong me. She did obtain the materials, but I stitched the robes from color to hem entirely by myself. Thank you. The seams aren't quite even. Very much your handiwork. I'm so happy you're satisfied, Mother. I take it I have permission to be away from home more often. Just more pleasant outside, don't you think? Arrogant girl, you remind me of... Apologies again for background noise. Cannot control it. What in the world? Oh, who cares? She didn't say no. I've got all the time I need to practice conjuring now. Thank you again, Arya. Come again for one last request, if that's alright, just before Freskin and I leave. Yeah, sure. It's easier to select. Yay, I leveled up. Never leave without a goodbye. In order to complete this quest, you must have learned the advanced recipes contained within Master Weaver 3 or bought the item from the market board. Freskin and I will be bound for the front line soon. I am ready for it. Well, mostly. I have one last request for you, at least for the time being. Could you create me a garment to wear into battle? Mother doesn't know I'm leaving. I'm not telling her. It's imperative that the clothing be sufficiently fashionable lest she grows suspicious of my true plans. Can you speak with the townsfolk again? I would like to blend in with them so as to make her think I'm off on some social gathering. I'm sorry to ask this of you, but you've seen how Mother gets. I don't want to worry her. But no matter what I say, she won't understand. I just can't be what she wants me to be. No, the less she knows of my plans, the better. Okay, literally, where are the people? There's a person. My outfit, I'm flattered that you'd ask. What? This is my finest billiard, and I paired it with my cavalier's hat. It doesn't seem to be what everyone is... It does seem to be what everyone's wearing these days. Should be one more person. Somewhere. Here they are. They're by the Moogle. Always forget there's a delivery Moogle here. It's so out of the way. What to wear with a cavalier's hat? Why, a doublet, of course, but it must match to your cap, or you'll look as strange as a goblin with a Gobu's head. So the townsfolk are wearing billiards and doublets. I'm quite fond of both styles. The doublet will do for me. It reminds me of an old one we've got back at home. I always thought it was quite heavy. Perhaps Mother wore it back before she became so dull. If I could use it, I would, but it's not meant for battle. Actually, could you speak with your guildmaster about that? As with my hat, the doublet will need to serve as armor, too. Good heavens, off to war now, is she? I suppose that is Ishgard's away. It's a pity she needs to further deceive her own mother, but I understand her request. She may not return from her battle, and if you must go with style. Why, you could say the fabric of Ishgardian life is woven from moss. That is why their art has such a beauty. Their lives are as glorious candles burning twice as bright, but half as long. Dare say that gem will inspire me for some time, Arya. But you were asking about fabrics. We discussed how magic wielders' needs are best served by fibers that absorb ether, yes? Then have you considered where the battle will be fought? Perthus is frigid and frostbite can kill just as easily as dragonfire. Only the warmest of fabrics will do. Chimerical felt. A chivalric doublet of healing made of this ought to suit Avril's needs. In order to complete this quest, you must have learned the advanced recipes contained within Master Weaver 3. I'm so glad they never did this part of it again. Even if you can't buy Stormblood, at least they weren't like, oh, by the way, you need the master recipes in order to complete the quest. My heart is all aflutter. I can't wait to see what you bring me. Or is it that I'm anxious about the battles ahead? Well, is it done? Forgot your hat. It's stunning! Well, I'll be the belle of the battlefield. Thank you so much. Now there's nothing holding me back. I do wish Mother... No. It's best she doesn't know. Fruskin and I will go via the Ark of the Worthy. Please see us off there. It's bad luck to leave without a soul to say goodbye to. Thank you for coming, Arya. When I return, I'll be sure to tell you all about all of our adventures. But if I don't make it back, tell Mother that I was chasing my dreams. That I was happy. Farewell, my friend. Everell, where are you going dressed like that? She just has to say we're going to the fete, right, darling? That's why I'm wearing my finest for the fete. Is that so? We'll cancel your plans. The cathedral is need of more monastic robes, and right this very instant. Can't I wait, Mother? I've been dreaming of this party for so long. And your party is more important than the gods' work? Your last robes were so well received. I think you'll need to make 100 sets. You can do it, yes. You want the truth, Mother? I'm a Kyrujan. I'm leaving for the front lines tonight with my sweetheart. Please don't try to stop me. I couldn't bear sitting at home praying for my Freskin's safety when I could see to it myself. It's bad luck, you know, to leave without letting me say goodbye. Your raiments gave you away, dear. I know a Kyrujan's doublet when I see it. I wore one myself and just hoped you never would. I went to war too. Your father was so gallant and was so in love with him. How could I not go? I never told him I was with child. He died not knowing because I was slow when he needed to be fast. He died. He died because of me. That guilt destroyed the woman I was. I gave up conjuring to raise you. I tried to forget my mistake through Halone. I never wanted you to know war. If keeping you from harm meant keeping you home, so be it. And then I saw you studying conjuring with him. I panicked. Everything I could do to stop you I tried, and my actions only drove you further toward the battlefield. But the doublet suits you. Back when I was young and sincere and passionate, I'm sure it suited me too. I do remember that desire to do good, to protect the ones I love. Go, Everell, go with my blessing, but keep him safe and promise me you'll come back. I promise, Mother, on everything I'll hold dear. Thank you. Thank you, Arya. This concludes the Weaver quest for Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. In order to undertake the next series of quests, you must first meet the following requirements. You must complete the main scenario quest, The Far Edge of Fate. Once you've done so, the next Weaver quest will be available from Redolent Rose. And like that, we have finished Weaver quest for Heavensward. So, nice and quick. My poor inventory. Oh gosh, my poor inventory. Oh, I'm going to clean it out before I think about the next Weaver, or the next, set. Well, I'm still to do Stormblood Weaver, but again, you'll have to buy them, so it's not killing my inventory. Anyway, before this drilling, whatever, drives me insane, I'm going to say thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, really, y'all? If you enjoyed the video, consider tossing a like, comment, subscribe. Maybe click the bell for notifications. Also be sure to check out the description below. Various links, social media, Discord, come hang out, get notifications there too. And until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye!